Hey,
Alright,
let's
welcome
go.
everyone.
Welcome. Let's go. Okay.
Oh my god,
Got
the
got
amount
things.
of last minute shit we've had to deal with.
Definitely.
We
Well,
do hope that
mostly you
everything.
though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's mostly me because I have to manage the stream on this one, but hey.
Yeah. Yeah. You carry me in a backpack, man. I just need to do the fucking talking.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
I have my
Alright,
water as well, so I'm fucking ready. Let's go.
okay. I'm gonna give the captains the go ahead.
Yep.
Alright.
It's gonna be a fun set to watch though. Really.
It's gonna be a decent set. It is between
Yeah.
the two bottom teams, but to be fair, they haven't really played right now. The Asian Crips, they have had two forfeits, sadly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I heard it from my friend Ralph is in that team, so.
Yeah, it is an unfortunate
Yeah.
thing, but it happens. They're gonna have their first performance.
Mhm. Also, like low level games are kind of fun to watch time to time because you can be really, really scrappy and anything can happen.
Oh yes,
Like,
I should probably introduce you, by the way. So this is Obshard. He is the captain, the Apollo captain for the Classy Capybaras, and he will be
hell yeah,
telecasting today.
it's gonna be a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Let's go ahead and switch the screen over to the picks and the bands.
The peas and the bees, peanut butter and what do you have for B, man?
The
Honestly,
peanut and the
I mean,
butter.
have the peanut and the butter, yeah. It's fine. And also Swedish dumbness. My IQ is low.
Oh god.
Only use my IQ for Smite,
Yeah,
and it gets
makes
lower
sense.
every day.
Your IQ's low. It makes sense. You're playing Smite. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing Smite and it's just getting lower every day, man. It's just dipping down.
No big brains are gonna be allowed to play Smite.
No, never. See what happened to adapting, man? Being the best player in the world, just going to like being just a really good player. Like happens to the best of us.
He probably is still one of the best in the world, to be honest. He
yeah,
just can't be
yeah,
bothered
it
playing a
is.
pro.
Yeah, no, that's really it.
Okay, I think they might
But
have
then also
restarted their lobby, or Matt
they
might
have
have
okay.
crashed.
I think it's honestly the latter, man.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
Where the hell is he at? Yeah, he crashed. Okay, that's very unfortunate.
It is.
So we're gonna have to wait a couple more minutes while Matt's $2 laptop struggles to load up Smite.
Well, we can just talk about things, right? It's
Oh yeah,
Smite related
what do
things.
you think's gonna happen this game?
Um, as I said, a lot of scrappy plays probably. Maybe a high kill count. We'll see. And definitely some meta picks, but probably play a little bit poorly.
You said you were
But I
friends
kind
with
of
Ralph. Do you have any
yeah.
ideas of what he likes to play? What do you think we're gonna
Uh,
see out of him?
well, Raf is not playing today because he's celebrating some Latvia, like Latvia's like what's it called? Celebration thing, like season.
Oh,
So he's not gonna play, but his teammates are gonna play, and I know one of his friends that is in the team, and I actually forgot what role he was playing.
I
I'm
mean,
a really good person. He has control something.
I do know that the Asian Crips like to play some of the weirder picks. They like to run some random shit and just deal with it.
Yeah.
Mostly because I do believe that that Hueco, he does know a good amount of the people on his team, and he's played with them before. So I do think they have a decent synergy. So I do really expect a bit of a weirder game or weirder team comp from them. Whereas I think that the Luchadores are gonna stick a bit more to the casual team builds.
Casual team builds, okay. Yeah.
I think we're gonna see like the popular picks from them.
Yeah, definitely. Dude, if they are like the sister team to the Apollo division and shit, they definitely gonna stick to the stuff that you really want to stick to. The meta picks, the Uller, the AMC, the Nemesis, Baka, Kali, like all those sort of stuff.
The thing I'm the most curious about is what the lineup's gonna be for their team, because I do know Matlock, the captain. He's been experimenting a bit with the team comps and with who they want to play in which role. They don't really have a set roster just yet. So
Yep.
I'm curious as to who's gonna play where for this game.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a thing around that level, because you don't really know where you want to be in as a role and maybe see your potential. Like with systems where you can have someone actually mainly support, but they can really be good at playing mid, yeah, but they don't know about it.
Yeah, definitely.
So you kind of just
They
need
might
to
have hidden
experiment.
talents.
Yeah. So that's a definitely thing that you just gotta experiment
Yeah,
and
hundred
get better.
percent. Would be kind of weird to experiment in league games, but at the same time, it is kind of tough to get a scrim these days. It's already tough
Definitely.
planning a game itself, so
But
getting a
I
scrim
definitely know about
is.
that.
Yeah, I think that's something you need to test out in casuals then as a 5-man, but at the same time, it's a different perspective, so it's a bit of guesswork.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
I do know that their team is in safe hands, in safe captaincy, because he was my captain last time.
Okay, nice.
Oh, look at that. Ralph is in the chat.
Yeah.
Jungwook banned, yes, and he will stay banned until this fucking server dies.
Oh my god. Yeah, Ralph is of course in the chat, man. He messaged me, man, and asked. It's like, yeah, let's go, man. It's gonna be fun to hear you cast the game. I was like, yeah, try my best. It's kind of just fun to do different roles whenever you get into like say example like game servers or even work, like trying different stuff, right? Just like gets experience.
Yeah,
It's
and
really good.
especially if you can try new gods that you're maybe not used to.
Yeah.
It's just a nice little switch up sometimes.
Yeah, it really is. Though I must say, dude, my switch up, man, like went to mid to solo and now jungle. But
Yeah, I'm a hardcore ADC main, but in casuals I basically only play jungle just because it's just completely different.
yeah, it really is.
I mean, I can tell you that I am very bad at playing jungle, but I do enjoy playing it.
Yeah, it's a fun role. I think like I don't know. I played the jungle a lot, but then when I was kind of like bad at the game, well, bad, but like, and I started playing ranked, I really got nervous, cold feet and stuff. So I just played other roles instead, like mid and carry, solo, support. Jungle is where I belong.
Yeah, it is
So definitely
definitely
will.
a bit of a high pressure role. Like you will
Yeah.
dictate the flow of the game.
Yes. It's a very important role and really just affects. But I think definitely right now the two strongest roles in the game is the jungler and the solo laner, because of the certain the previous buffs. Glad Shield buff really strong, making wars really viable. And I also even think that right now with the Condo Gem buff to the jungle camps and the wave clear, gods like Ario, Cthulhu, Kabrakan, like those guardians that really can just do high power but able to tank a lot as well,
Oh yeah,
and really be
definitely.
an annoyance in a team fight is really gonna be strong. Because like I know me and some few friends test out Gemma Focus before the Condor Gem buff, and Gemma Focus is just really good. Like this is like Ardio, she's so fast with
Oh
Gemma
yeah.
Focus and her passive.
That's
It's
the thing
just
though.
really annoying
I
to play
don't think
against.
that mages in the solo lane are super strong right now.
No, definitely not.
Like it has some type of an appliance, but If I feel like it can be countered way too easily, especially with Arya not having a CC immunity. All right, and we have jumped into the game now.
Oh, let's go, man.
All
Finally.
right. Yeah, we're finally getting into the picks and bans.
Finally, like, dude, I'm getting like 20 minutes older here, man. Is it?
Dude, it's
Yeah.
not as bad as like I don't know which game it was last season, but there was a game where we had to sit in here just talk about stuff for 40 minutes. It was a pain.
You know, you get some, team like building, so, like casting building.
Yeah, I mean the game crashed like 7
Synergy.
times or something. Alright, and the first bans have been picked. So we have
Yeah, Caliban, definitely a good thing to see. Nemesis ban as well. Really strong picks. Kali, just run it down right now. Golden Blade is still an item, even with the 200 gold extra on the cost. It's just...
It is a very good
This is
farming
really
item for the jungle.
Yeah, it really is. Jingwei being banned, still being good. She's not really good early right now, but late game, level 20, is probably like one of the strongest hunters. Very safe. You should never die with her, in all honesty. Then we see dude, why the fuck is the picture called actually? It's a King Arthur ban. That is a King Arthur ban.
One sec, I'll try and make it a tiny bit larger.
Yeah.
So it is a King Arthur and then a Bastet.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
then,
like...
yeah, the picture quality is a bit bad because I'm running a lot of stuff at the same time, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. You gotta tell me what
as soon as we go into the picks, it should be a bit easier to do.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a tiny bit loud on the stream. Yeah, the game audio is a bit loud. I had to reset the picks and bans stuff, so I don't know how to redo the audio immediately, so you're just going to have to deal with it for a tiny bit.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, the game audio is really loud. My god.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fix that after this game, but it is not too much, I think. But yeah, let's talk about the rest of the picks.
Yeah, Uller Kleena, really good pick for the red team here. Just overall, Uller, just really good pressure right now. He still hasn't got a nerf. He's gonna get nerfed on Tuesday, so he's just really good. Just playing him before that. Kleena still strong as ever. You can't really do much against her when she's being played properly. Really great, focus tool, making you just deal a lot of damage, a lot of burst. Good survivability because of the walls. Like, just overall good picks there for the first. We have the Luchadores picking Kepri. Really just a safe pick. You just want to be able to revive your most important player or just keep alive your team.
I think something fucked up.
Okay, something fucked up. Well, I guess.
Okay.
That's
and there we go. I fixed it. So, next of the picks have been done.
Yeah, okay. Samba Kong. Solid pick. That's not gonna do a lot in solo lane, since like he's just gonna farm, play safe, hopefully. If there's a Baron solo as well, Samba Kong never walks up to a Baron. Like, none of them really kill each other. But Samba Kong gets killed if he plays too aggressive on a Baron. If the jungler plays it correctly, of course. We have a Kernos pick. Kernos really, like, I don't know, interesting pick. He can work, definitely, but don't think he's definitely not the strongest ADC, and he's probably playing against an Uller.
I think it's kind of one of the weaker ADCs right now, to be honest. Not having CC immunity.
Definitely. Not having CC immunity, his ult is very slow, his dash can be cancelled very easily. Uller is a very good counter against him. So yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup. We have an Emir ban and Jimoja ban from Luchadores. I think this is probably a targeted ban with Emir. Emir doesn't really, like, he still can be played very well with the walls, but Jimoja pick is, like, the Jimoja ban is definitely a lot more viable, a lot more worth. to it. I think with that pick here, they probably wanted to ban an Ares instead. It's a lot stronger. And then a Foff and Daji ban, and that's good actually. Let's see. If they pick Morgan here, it's really just gonna be a 4 maybe. The Luchadores going spicy with the 4 pick, probably one of the hardest jungler. They're actually picking it. Okay, they're picking like the hardest jungler to play now. It's gonna be fun to watch.
It's very high risk, high reward. Like if you can get a Thor ahead, he will one-tap any carry.
Oh, definitely.
But at the same time, if Thor is behind, then E is just absolutely useless.
He's only a stun machine then. Like, that's what he's gonna do. Just land with an ultimate, free, then just 1 out. It's just what you do. Do you anything else with that?
Yeah, I mean, you can try and use the 1 for poke, but then you can kind of get axed and just killed.
Yeah. I don't think 4 plays with a poke mindset here into that team comp. He really needs to have the hammer for an escape, unless he knows that he, don't really die in that engagement, or if his team can really back him up. He has a Capri, so he should be fine. But it also depends if they can allow him to actually survive in team fights, play this properly. I definitely must say that Blue team here has the better comp. Carnabog, Atlas, Baron, Kleena, Uller, just super solid. Really, really solid team.
Alright, and then as the final seconds approach, I'm hoping they disabled the stream delay.
Yeah.
I mean, they might have kept it on, because I did say that it would be nice to keep it on for the potential for award stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I do believe that we're going to have to wait so we can talk a bit about these team comps.
Yeah, okay, we can definitely do that. Let's see, the Asian Crips, as I said, they're just gonna play, it's gonna be a Baron solo, it's gonna be an Uller mid, or Kernabog mid, but I definitely would see a Uller mid here against a Morgan. I feel like Kernabog wins that fight as well, the 1v1. Oh, peace.
Yeah, sorry, I got kicked out of the call.
Oof. DC.
Yeah. Should be good though. Stream is still going.
Yeah, now I'll see the full game.
Yeah.
As well.
I'm gonna probably do that for the next thing as well. Alright, so yeah, who do you think is the most favorable team in team fights here?
Definitely Asian Crips.
Yeah, definitely that control with Atlas, and then just the simple thing of a Baron ult. It really does make a fight.
Yeah, and they have sustain. Of course, like the sustain for the Luchadores is Capri, but like that's an alt revive. They can definitely misplay that really hard, depending on the pick. And if they are behind,
it's also tough to get the revive off.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah. It's a tough thing to time, because you have to get a perfect timing, or else they simply just won't die against a good team. You can just put the revive on someone, and then they just instantly walk back, or they stop killing them. It pauses the fight. You waste the Capri ult, then they just kill him instead.
Yeah, that's a really huge issue. Plus, also the biggest thing with this team cup as well, I definitely think that they are going to get behind in gold. They're going to get out pressured by the Asian Crips, and by that, Capri can't really get useless. He doesn't really do a lot behind, and that's kind of the rest of the team. 4 doesn't really do anything. Colonels doesn't really do anything. It's kind of just dependent on Sun Wukong and Morgan Le Fay to kind of just carry in this game. and hopefully just do a lot of damage and just allow the rest of the team to get online.
I do think that if there's something that's gonna happen is that I think the dual lane from the Luchadores has to put up pressure after first wave upon hitting level 2, because we all know Chernobog level 2 is very bad. Chernobog has to either level his dash or he has to level his clear, and it's either or, so you have to take that pressure. He's not gonna have clear, or he's not gonna have an escape.
Yeah. Did you set up everything with the players? The lineup?
I'm gonna have to wait until everyone loads in, or else it just resets again. Yeah, so the names apparently got reset, but I don't think it matters too much. I'll change them after this.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
One more just need to load in, and then we are fine.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. So let's see where everyone is gonna go. It's gonna be Wukong solo, Morgan mid. Pretty easy on that side.
Yeah.
Then over here it's probably gonna be a Baron solo Uller mid.
Yeah, definitely. It's
It could be an Uller solo Baron mid, but less likely.
Yeah. I don't think they want to go with a Uller into Samokong. Like, Uller still wins a matchup, but it's just the outpoke early game from a Samokong is still annoying as a hunter. So you kind of just want to play with Baron to be safe.
And I believe that
and just Baron. Yeah, that is the pause. Okay.
Oh, apparently another player has crashed, so... Yes, Cabane has crashed.
Oof.
Also, make sure to spectate the other game.
Yep, I know. They're still playing in it. Yeah, they're still playing the game. The our Camazotz with capybaras and
Oh yeah, I just saw them post screenshots, so it's gotta be done pretty soon.
Yeah.
So let's talk about this mid-pressure level 1, level 2. Who do you think wins this first engagement from the jungle in the mid lane?
Definitely Uller Cleaner. Like, they have a really strong level 2 together. If they play correctly, of course. They should be able to get both mid camps. There's probably no way for them to lose that pressure as well. Like, 4 level 2 is not really the strongest. Because you really rely then on your hammer to, double tap and hit.
Mm-hmm.
You rely on Morgan. Morgan doesn't really do a lot either. The level, like, Morgan's strongest point at level 1 and level 2 is level 1. Which your third version of your 1. That's the strongest point she can get.
Yeah.
Into level 2. And then she definitely have her power spike at 5. So you definitely want to look at playing careful in mid for the Morgan and 4. And wait for those level 5 spikes. And probably maybe look for a kill. And definitely probably on the clean. Clean is probably the easiest to kill for them. Because Ola has to jump. So if we're going to have beats, this is going to be hard to kill him with that movement.
Yeah, I definitely think so. And
yeah.
I don't know, maybe the Uller will try a Pagon move.
Maybe.
She could jump in, get a solo kill on the mid lane.
that would be fun to watch. But hopefully it happens. Like, you know,
I
they need to
partly
pull
hope
out
it
something.
happens, but I also hope it doesn't, because it is kind of embarrassing if you get soloed minute 1.
Yeah, it really is. Plus, the game kind of very close to ending at that point as well.
Yeah, at that point, if you don't have a good mental, then you will actually lose your team the game.
That's true.
By the way, how is the quality of the stream? Is it choppy?
It's good. I'm able to, of course, like the quality is not the best, but like I can still, you know, watch and make out the moves. So
yeah, it is a bit annoying that I cannot be the headcaster. I'm not skilled enough to do that. It is
I don't know
always
if I
the
even
best
am
for the headcaster to be a spectator as well, but not a lot of people like to spectate games.
I'm definitely fine to spectate. It's just
Yeah, it's a bit last
think
minute
about, like,
to already like do the entire stream thing as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit rough to do that in 30 minutes.
Definitely. But like, I need to. I stayed in the second match. The Camazotz Capybaras won. First game.
Oh wait, no spoilers.
They lost. I mean, they went on even.
I mean, they drew. It's a draw.
They drew.
Both
They
Titans
drew.
died
They
at
drew
exactly
the
the
ball.
same time.
Yes. That's what they did. Yeah, look at that, man. Ola and Clean are really doing a interesting start. I think they should have just done the normal speed to red, because then you get the lane a lot faster.
See, this is the pressure I
And
was
then
talking
just
about in
gonna
the dual lane.
Yeah, they're definitely doing really good here. They got to level 2 first, they were able to play this properly. Now they need to wait up and play a little bit careful here in the dual lane.
Well, that's a painful
We
tower shot.
Yeah. Kronos is poking with this too. He did not get grabbed by Atlas.
I think
And that
he
was really
got
good for
like
him.
last frame grabbed, but
Yeah, he popped his beats though, late. Did a sap beats. So that, you know, beating just very late on that. But yeah, I don't think he ever needed to actually beat that. But probably gonna get another pick here. Atlas is pulling away the Capri to get his carry safe out there. Clean is still doing this on poking, but she's getting out-poked by Morgan. I feel like definitely Ulla and Kleena should just get the pressure and just win the fight. They shouldn't really be afraid. Just, you know, hit the abilities. I think I'm just talking more as a coach right now. Honestly. It's cool.
I mean,
It's more.
it's fair points you're making, so
Yeah. Yeah, this is a coaching, you know, stream instead, right? Like they just need to go and watch this back.
This is a VOD review.
Yeah, I've already.
Embrace the burning shroud.
There's some basic aggression from both teams, but I don't think there's going to be major commitment just yet.
Yeah, that was actually a very presidential play by the Morgan and Ford, getting the beast out of Kleena. Now Ulla even jumping in here, but he's done Morgan. Kleena is... She took a tower shot, unfortunately. Morgan doesn't die there, she survives another day.
Right, so dual lane did hit level 3, so right now the clear is going to be online for Hueco. So that pressure is going to be a bit less now.
Yes.
And it's still going to be a decent amount of pressure, because Cernados does have really good clear.
He definitely has, mostly when he's just allowed to clear as well. I think the issue for them was that they got late to the lane there at level 1, and they just allowed the Kronos and the Kepi get level 2, and he just, you know, gave free pressure. But we'll see here if they're actually gonna make a misplay here and maybe just give the Kernabog and the Atlas pressure again, or just allow them to make that. Because like then it would mean it would just shift, and the Kernabog and Atlas maybe get the first blood here. There's a high chance for them.
Definitely, because the Atlas does have a lot more potential to getting kills, as Kepri does, I think. Because that CC
definitely.
disruption, the slows, it adds
The
way
high
more
damage
than
on the
single
stream.
pull. Yeah. Especially once he gets that ultimate.
Yeah. That's just deadly.
A very late beats from Matt, and that could mean his death.
Connors is just pulling out of armor 2. Really strong here, putting them on
Really
pressure.
aggressive. He missed the pull.
Huakumundo maybe dies here? No, he doesn't. But it seems like Connors actually dies from the clean air from a gank.
And that is just very unfortunate, isn't it?
Yeah, first blood for the...
For the Asian
Gotta have
Crips.
Thank you. Dude, I have short-term memory.
Yeah,
Short-term
the
memory.
names are actually just diffing us now that they're not there.
Yeah. I'm gonna call it the Ralph team, man. Fuck it.
I could make a quick edit, but it's gonna change a lot of stuff.
Yeah, nah, just don't. Don't want it to screw up again. Smite being Smite and Spectre is just kinda bad.
It is kind of bad.
We definitely have not seen a lot from the solo lane either. Summer Kong and Baron just kind of play what they need to do in their respective roles and respective lanes. Just, you know, farm. Try to maybe get ahead. Maybe see if they can gank. But Summer Kong definitely has a higher gank potential into mid than the Baron. We definitely see some pokes here from Kernos. Kernos is still not afraid to actually walk up to the lane because he knows that Atlas will be there. And Kepler just backed, so this is definitely a kill on the Kernos. Or maybe not, that's really unfortunate. He really misplayed that.
I don't think I would have
It's
been
really good.
kill anyway. You might have needed dash a tiny bit further out, but
Yeah.
I mean,
At least the
beads
beats
were
would
up,
probably be fine.
so
Yeah. Yeah, Capri is even is here now.
I think they're playing up.
We're definitely gonna see a combo. Yeah. They're actually going in on Huakumundo here. He just goes out, he uses speeds here. He's probably actually gonna die here. Look at that, Capri maybe looking for a kill here. Nah, he didn't have the cooldown for it, so the current bug survives. That's fine. That's actually really good. That's really,
But
really good
his
for them.
speeds did get boost.
Yeah, and Colonel speeds is still up. Questionable play from the Atlas here, staying in lane, but that's definitely for the Cunnerbug ultimate. We're checking for a kill. Capri ultimate used here. Colonel still live. That's just... It's really good actually. So good. And Atlas even dies here for a return. But then Colonel just walks up with no HP and actually just dies clean and still picking up the pieces. Cunnerbug is hitting his root. But nothing's gonna come out of this. I think they just back and reset, get their items. We'll take that farm here. Purple is up, and there's no way to defending it as well, so that's definitely free purple for them, for the Asian Crips. Actually just... Did Oleg just pull out the Morgan ult? He just did that, he just forced it.
But she still dies for it, sadly.
Yeah.
Ooh,
She
quick
still
dash
dies.
into the tower.
He still gets out, there's no way he dies here. 4 can't solo kill that into 3 people. And definitely when 2 of them just counters him. Colonel still has beats, so he definitely can make up a fight here, but I don't think beats makes a difference for a kill or not. I think rather here, Colonels could actually gone Aegis here to be fine. He just can't play against a up to Atlas, or just allow Atlas to come up close to him.
That is true, but he can also be susceptible to the Orax, which is very scary.
Yeah, it really is.
A decent engagement in
Older.
mid, getting Lure very low. Just not quite having the damage to pull the kill off.
Definitely not, but now right now they're looking for a return kill. 4 is definitely dead here, unless the Capri ult isn't even gonna get used. I feel like this place is a very scrappy place, but
Embrace the burning
I
shroud.
feel like they're not committing to the kills as much as I would want them to.
no, definitely not with the team comp that they have, Asian
Yeah.
Crips. They're still playing better, but they need to
commit
really
way more
know.
into getting a kill.
Yeah.
Like, even getting a single kill against their team is gonna put them behind so much, and you do not want that, especially on a Morgan Le Fay, on a Thor.
No, definitely not. It seems like it's gonna be calm for another minute or two here.
Very aggressive rotation.
That's just very out of touch right now. We'll see. Kepri uses dash here. It's probably gonna get picked up here by the Atlas. No, Atlas actually got rooted.
Good root.
And Kepri lives. As a really, really good route. But we see some fighting here for the Zombie Kong, and Zombie Kong still lives. Nothing happens here in solo lane. You just go back to the usual thing. Just farm.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see anything in the solo lane happening.
No, not at all until Zombie Kong feels like rotating out. But looking at his builds as well, Morgan opting for a Warlock Staff and probably go to Obsidian Shard. My favorite item in the game, by the way. Because of my name. But like, something is happening in mid. Capture's still gonna live for this. They're poking, they're looking for a fight again. Four actually stunned. Four is probably gonna get picked here. Now he jumps away. Kepler's still out of position here. 4 is checking for another maybe return damage. Morgan is playing very safe. They're being afraid of the cleanup, but the cleanup is on the Oracles.
It has been a very uneventful game for, again, this comp. Very aggressive comp, only 3 kills.
Yeah. Because how like unsafe the Butim is playing. It's just kind of.
Yeah, they kind of have to play that safe though. I really would do that as well. Secure their own red buff, which is also a very good thing.
And Atlas and Clean ultimate out here. Clean is actually dashing in with low amount of HP. She's definitely gonna get killed for this, but they should be able to get a double kill here. Carnival, get a 1 kill. Getting a triple. That's gonna be huge. They should definitely go for a gold fear here to actually maximize everything that they just got. They kill 3 people, the jungler, the support, and the carry for their own jungler. That's a huge trade-off for them.
That is a very huge trade-off indeed.
And plus the gold fury. That really feels nice for a team. And definitely with their pressure. They definitely should be looking for a pyro and taking down the tier 1 tower to really open up the map and making a Morgan and Faye really just unsafe and killable.
Yeah, I do agree. Once that mid tier 1 tower is gone, the amount of pressure they can exalt over this Morgan Le Fay is just gonna rise tremendously. She's just not gonna have a safe spot.
Definitely not gonna have to. And she's not gonna be able to get the farm, just putting him more behind. And that should honestly just be a game for them. Unless they do, you know, of course a huge misplay at the Phoenix defense or something. Zombie Kong is getting a little bit poked, and Clean is looking for a gank, but they are probably unaware of that they're actually having 3 people behind them. 4 actually uses hammer to dash in. He's probably the 4 is ulting in here. They're looking for a fight. Not actually landing. 4 missions his ultimate. That's really just unfortunate. Cleaners gets out even. No one dies. That's really good for the red team, because if any of them died here, they would actually lose some amount of gold. And lose. They're still fighting. Kept the ultimate down. 4 survives maybe. But he got rooted. No, he actually good. It's such a nice play from the Uleda. Hitting is free. The Atlas ult as well. Just kills 4. They get another kill on Kepri. They actually may get a kill on Zombie Kong, and that's just a double kill for the Uller mid, and they definitely get a pyro from this.
And now what happened to the... I mean, this team fight was a bit of a mess for the Luchadores. Because you were saying that the red team was not committing into these fights. And then at the same time, they had a 3-man gank in right and they couldn't kill a single person. Yeah. So now it's just the roles reversed. I think the Crips have found themselves comfortable on these picks. They're starting to play aggressive, they're starting to play the way they're supposed to play these gods. And they're getting the profit off.
I think it's definitely... Yeah, go on.
This is the point where the Luchadores are going to start feeling that they're behind.
Definitely are. I think it was a way big, too much of a rotation to go into the fire pit and to the soul, and they should just straight up come from the tier 2 mid tower. It's a really fast rotation to try to kill there, but they weren't able to find a kill and they should just retreated. And going to a kill, 4 got the kill on the Atlas.
A very nice kill.
In the middle lane.
Was a kill that was needed. I would have preferred it to go to the Morgan Le Fay, give her a tiny bit more golden XP, but a kill is a kill.
Definitely, it's really good for a form. Yeah. It's really interesting to see Morgan Le Fay opting into a Divine Rune right away. She's not going to fight the Baron until probably 15, 16 of a level. So that just kind of just puts her damage in the background, because Atlas do have the protections for it. He has Phoebes. He's getting into magic protections right now, and she really needs a percent pen early instead.
Yeah, I think that might have been a bit of a scary line, seeing that most cleaners build into the lifesteal, the ability lifesteal. Same with the Baron heals and the Uller possibly going a soul leader as well.
That could be the case. Percomundo maybe dies here, but he uses beads and he actually survives.
Beads and egg is used on Percomundo.
Yeah.
Barely surviving that. But hey, it is 2 relics down, and during that next Gold Fury fight, he's not gonna have those.
Definitely on. So they really need to play in mind of the carry not having any of the relics. And really protect him.
So now, I don't like what Ma is doing right here, is going to the solo lane to apply pressure. You're not gonna kill that Baron. Like,
no, never.
Honest. Meanwhile, in your mid lane, just die.
Uller just soloed a Morgan Le Fay as he should. Just really sweating it.
Yeah.
And now his Kepri is really trying to pull a prank right now, fighting. While his 4 is getting killed in mid lane.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
what Matt was doing right there.
No, because now he gets gold too. It's just really unfortunate for the Luchadores, how they positioned. That they 4 shouldn't be by himself in mid. Kepri shouldn't be fighting against the Uller mid in jungle, knowing that enemy team can rotate and kill him.
Yeah,
I think this is just...
I think the rotation to the solo lane was not the play for the Kepri. He just should stay with his carries at all times at this point. He's not going to be playing in their backline. He needs to be playing in his backline.
Yeah.
Especially with him being level 10, he needs fire. So why am I stuck on track? That is a kill on the Wukong, and that might just be a fire giant, maybe.
They're a little bit too low HP right now for the fire giant. Some of them need to reset.
I think they do have the damage for it, but it is pretty high risk since a lot of the Luchadores are alive.
Yeah. 4 ultimate is still down though. Think about that. But I don't know if they have called it or they know that it's still down. Awesome.
Chernobog uses his ultimate, so does Kepri.
Chernobog still has like half a minute for his relics. We'll see if there's any other play here to maybe try to kill the Chernobog. It's very low HP. Instead,
that's gonna happen,
actually,
sadly.
definitely not.
Yeah,
the Baron is here now in dual lane. No. That's just to Kepri dead. He's just dead here in dual lane. And I think this is definitely just a game right now for the Asian Crips. Luchadores can't really do anything unless the Kepri really starves himself and don't take any farm and just allow everyone else to farm. That may be a way, but then they're not really gonna have a Kepri to tank, really.
I mean, you saw what just happened in mid, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's part
the Morgan is getting...
No, well, got what he deserved, I guess. I mean, it's kind of the Morgan's fault for lazy backing into a tower against a cleanup.
Yeah,
like a no mobility character versus a cleanup. You don't lazy back, you just walk the extra 10 seconds. Because now you're
and definitely when you're tier 1. Yeah. Just losing a lot of time and a lot of farm. Uller is not afraid to take in the 1v2 here because he knows that Atlas will be there. Atlas actually pulls Kepri a little bit closer to him. But Uller needs to back right now to tier 1 tower because he got poked by the Summer Bomb. This is just really interesting plays by them. We probably will see a Kernos here, is still fighting. Kernos' ultimate is down, he's dashed into the Kernobog. The Kernobog is definitely gonna turn this around and kill him. Unless the crits are happening. The Kernos crits.
You see, the Kernos missed like 7 auto attacks. It would have been a kill if it won.
Yeah.
And now the
Definitely
Kernos
would be.
staying, knowing that there's gonna be a rotation, that is a dead man.
Yeah, it's definitely done. Atlas can solo actually Kernos right now.
But
we'll see
Vinny
Uller
does
here
secure
taking up
the
the front.
kill.
Yes. But the forward dies.
Thor dies
Kernos
in the
still
right
lit.
lane.
Yeah.
Egg is used.
Morgan
for
H.
the-
Yeah.
Gets killed for it.
He's just really out of position a lot here from the Luchadores. As like right now, the Kepri is definitely gonna die here. He uses beats. It does a good beats, but like he never should use it even in the first play really because he still didn't die. Okay, good. I'm actually just questioning this place instead. Can we do like a Q&A right now? Not the set instead. That's asking.
Ooh, that was almost an interesting fight.
Clean is really going for the kill and they even gets him as well.
Yeah.
Kana just dies immediately.
The sin of walking in a straight line.
Yeah, the Sun Kong just doesn't die. The Baron ultimate is getting used here and already is down. Baron is actually killable by 4. Before actually just didn't want to get in. Yeah, actually I think it's worthwhile there for 4 to actually kill Baron because Baron is ahead. Because that would be a straight up kill. What do you think? Would that be worthwhile for 4 to even actually die for a Baron?
Honestly, at this point, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the Baron is level
Definitely.
20. He's level 15. Any kill onto the Asian Crips right now is worth it. Especially on a carry. Because if you kill a carry, they have less chance of doing a Fire Giant safely.
Yes.
So right
Atlas
now,
ultimate is getting used on the Fire Giant.
take
And they
the
even
Fire
get it. Yeah. I think the player, they don't actually just need the Atlas, they can just run up right now and kill. Baron can just be solely the tank because he's also heals and they just gives him sustain. They are definitely going to... They are maybe actually even looking for a gold or even a red invade here.
Oh yeah, actually, I just noticed it because Marley said it, but Baron built Boomba's spear instead of Boomba's hammer.
That's a little bit of troll. I
think it might have been a misbuy, or at least I'm hoping it is a misbuy.
Honestly hoping it too.
I mean,
And
there's a couple weird things in these builds, because I don't like the Cernanos build. Ika Valent to
No.
RC, it's weird to call it that, but it's a bit of a primitive build.
Very. That's like a really old 1902 series 3 build. Ichabod tier
It's
2,
good
I
if you
think.
get ahead, but it is just very low power, especially against tanks. You're not gonna do a lot of
Yeah,
damage.
They are looking for the team fight here. Atlas is actually taking a lot of damage from the Phoenix. They are actually getting up the Phoenix here though, they're killing it. Cleaner is dashing in, but Cleaner gets ulted by the 4. It's just definitely gonna die here. 4 gets the kill. And they actually was able to defend properly here for the Titan. They should be looking Asian Crips for a tier 2 instead. Just go for the tier 2s, be safe, and then just, you know, return, set up for a Fire Giant and just end the game. That's definitely just a play for them.
Just get those far
Pers-
numbers up.
Yeah. They want the gold up, they want the XP lead even higher, because that means even an extra item just makes it so much worthwhile for them to actually like able to just increase the lead even more.
Yeah,
that they have
especially
now.
at this point where that one extra item is going to be the starter upgrade.
Yeah.
That is an item you do really want to get before a team fight, if possible.
Definitely, just the 4K lead as well for the Asian Crips against the Luchadores. That's not a huge lead, by the way, from like the amount of kills they're
Oh no,
getting.
it's 14.
It's a 14.
Yeah, it's 15.
Dude, I'm blaming on the
Oh yeah,
quality of the stream.
the quality is very bad.
Dude, it looks like a 5. Or maybe I need glasses. I think I need glasses, maybe. That's really unfortunate. Misplay by the caster. Oof.
It's a misplay by the quality. The game can't handle me streaming and spectating at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't have like a $10,000 setup like Iris has.
They even have even more, man. And they still get technical difficulties, man.
Yeah, at least
So.
their quality's good. That's the one thing they got for them.
Yeah, at least, you know.
A lot of ults being invested into the team fights and Wukong being used. Chernobog going
Yeah.
up into the air as well.
They're just really trying to look for an end here, but I think they're definitely looking a little bit too gung-ho. Kernobog's getting really pressured here. Getting a little bit poked. But Ulla is actually getting a kill here. He's pulling out. He's on an unstoppable even. And this is looking to be actually a game.
They're not trying to finish Titan off just for now. They're farming a tiny bit more damage.
Yeah, the playdown's really need to go high, man. The stats are important.
Yeah, definitely. Uller basically having 30k damage at this point.
Yeah.
It is a pretty
that's
substantial
okay.
difference.
Yes.
And that will be
Definitely when... yeah. 24-6 for the Asian Crips. A huge lead, huge pressure, really good team. The team fights were just good from the Luchadores misplay. The goalie was really high as well. Not a 4K, actually 14. You know, math.
I definitely
just
think
see-
that in this game, the Luchadores, they started off well. They managed to fend off this very aggressive comp for at least like 10-15 minutes. But then as soon as they started actually rotating with the mid lane, it just kind of fell to pieces.
It really did, and I would say it's almost a mid diff, but I definitely would say it's a support diff. Atlas just did a lot more work than the Kepri. He didn't really do unnecessary rotations. Every time he rotated, they got something out of it. He just really played well with the Atlas. I think that's definitely just a support carry, and also a mid carry. Uli just played really good, hitting his abilities, playing mechanically well, and even surviving, diving in and jumping in. You know, hitting those axes.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
just really
it's
well
a
played by
very
them.
strong performance from the Asian Crips.
Definitely. It's gonna be fun to see what's gonna happen the next game.
Exactly.
See if it's gonna be a 2.
Let's go ahead and swap screens so I don't have to bother with that for a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so for this game, I'll try to do it in Smite itself. There's gonna be a tiny bit of a delay though.
Yeah.
With the stream,
Should
so
be fine.
that's the only thing that. Well, we don't have to worry about that, but they kind of do.
Yeah, they kinda do. Okay. Now I can just describe how the game goes, right?
Oh no! Don't say
that is
anything
a-
about the Capybara game. That's gonna be for
yeah.
probably tomorrow's stream.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually have to restart Smite.
Yeah, spectating is just...
Yeah, I
Just a
don't know
patient
why that is the case, that it just completely screws up the spectating numbers. Like, for Smite being a
Don't know
game in SPL for that long, you'd think they'd try and fix that.
Yeah, definitely. The big about spectating as well issues. Shock, the coach for the Valkyries, he definitely doesn't like spectating because he tries to spectate and do VOD reviews and stuff for the scrims, and it just doesn't work out half of the time. He crashes or freezes, or some other bug just appears, and it's just really annoying. By the way, the stream has ended
Wait, what?
on my end.
Oh, the Discord stream.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Discord stream.
that's normal. I restarted my Smite. Don't make me panic that the actual stream is ending.
No, don't worry about that, man.
Jesus Christ, I can't handle any more of these things.
There's too many problems.
We should call it like the fucking Scuffed Boulder League instead of the Smite Boulder League.
Honestly? Yeah, honestly, you could just make a film montage, you know?
No, of all the
That would be
scuffed
funny.
moments, that would be like 40 plus minutes of just us being here like, oh god, this guy crashed, oh no, that guy crashed, oh whoops.
Well, that guy just fucking ended. Hardly, you know?
I mean, I could
Oh,
definitely
wait.
do that, but I don't think I have the time to make another YouTube video about the entire thing.
No. But I'm definitely gonna pull out clips, at least for myself, and just use them from the league. But
Oh, you definitely can.
I definitely will, even if I couldn't. I'm joking. You cannot stop me. Ah. One question though, isn't Capricorn a banned skin? Or is someone allowed?
I honestly don't know. I'll check real quick.
Yeah, I need to check too.
Hugbug and Ladybug are banned.
Okay.
Okay, so can you see the stream?
I can.
Okay.
The stream is on. It's time for the P's and B's, and they're definitely banning Ulla here.
Well, I can confirm that they are banning the Uller.
Yeah. And they're banning a Nemesis here. That's actually good. I don't think they're really gonna do huge bans here. They're probably gonna do some counter bans, but they definitely like the way people need to kind of understand how P's and B's also works is that you can really control what the enemy team is also banning and what they're picking, and that of course is the main reason. But like, for example, if you want to leave something open, or maybe you ban something to maybe make a little bit of ruffle to the enemy team, thought process of banning gods and so on.
Yeah, definitely. If you don't want to play against anything, sometimes it's better to leave it up because you know they were gonna ban that as well.
Yeah.
Picks and bans is definitely a bit of a mind game, but it can also be. It also can just be a thorn that stings you back because sometimes you think they don't want to play it, and then they play it and you still lose against it.
Yeah.
It's very much a strategy thing. But I do believe that Matt kind of plans out what people pick, even though it seems a bit weird.
Yeah, I think definitely Uller and Kernberg is definitely worth bans, but Bastet one is still a question mark.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's
I think
got enough.
Bastet is good and she has carry potential, but I don't think she is really band worthy unless you know they are a really good Bastet.
Yeah. Dude, Archie Baker on Bastet, man. I watched that set, man. He was fucking nutty on that shit.
Oh, yeah. Like, Pinata on our team, don't give that guy Bastet. This man only plays Bastet in the solo lane.
Damn, man.
I mean, he plays it like a jungler, basically, but...
Yeah. I was very close to even saying something about Bastet of me playing her, but, like, I definitely was going to let that be quiet. I remember that I'm also on a team where I also play in the league competitively, so I can't say anything.
See, I don't know why this first pick is Medusa.
Me neither.
Like,
She's
why would you give Medusa this high of value? Because now we can just counter her.
I definitely don't want to see a Blink Medusa though. That's definitely just a troll thing.
I don't think they're gonna try that, honestly. They really can't afford to. They're already 0-1 down. They have to play their best.
Yeah.
This honestly might have been just a guaranteed comfort pick for Cabane.
Yeah, probably. But then also, like, Medusa is never really top priority right now. She was priority for a little bit, but then Itis kind of a little bit got nerfed. Definitely just Crusher. Crusher was a really huge opponent for her to be in, really that good. And of course, the different crit build before Devils kind of became a thing. And it was really
I
just
think
good for
the
Medusa.
bow build kind of worked on her really well.
Yeah, it definitely did. It still does, but like,
I
crit
mean,
is
bow
still
build just
really
isn't
strong.
good anymore.
No. Like, it's good in team fights and fighting gods, but like killing objectives just feels really horrible with the bow build.
I mean, even right now with the minions being buffed, bow build just doesn't feel good. With the old school minions and the old school like damage and tankiness, sure, bow build was good because they were really high damage and Ikavel just really gave you that power to kill. But right now, the minions are just too tanky.
Definitely.
Especially gods, they're also really tanky. Because what do you go after Ikavel? You kind of have to go into like a Kal Ikavel and then like a power item straight into crit. But your crits are not going to hit like anything.
No, not really. Ikavel is just, I feel like what people really think about Ikavel is just getting the attack speed, the slight power, and attack speed debuff to 1v1, but it's never really good for anything outside of the 1v1s against another hunter.
It's a dual item. That's what it is.
Yeah, it really is. And that's the issue. You playing Conquest, it's not dual. You barely 1v1 the ADC as well right now. You definitely just farm and put pressure.
Solo kills are very rare these days.
Yeah.
Alright, so we do see a Mulan, Jingwei, Mercury on the Crips. This is going to be a very late game oriented team with this Jingwei and Mercury. But at the same time, they do have that solo lane pressure with the Mulan.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see the Mulan maybe rotate to mid to put some pressure, allow him to maybe get ahead. But probably don't think so. Around this level, it's really hard for solo laners to really think about rotating outside of their lane. So hopefully we'll see them. I really want to see them.
Yeah.
We have a Poseidon pick as well. Poseidon and Athena and Medusa. I feel like they just kinda. There's a lot of CC actually.
It works.
And good amount of burst time.
They need a CC burner in the jungle. They really needed like a Beads or an Aegis burner so that teamfight ultimate can be used. Okay, so I think they went out of the lobby. I think someone might have crashed.
Oof.
At least that's what I'm hoping. Yeah, there's someone crashed. Yeah, so as I was saying, with this team, there is a lot of CC on their side.
Yeah.
But you need someone to pop that CC before you use it in a team fight. Because it's all in good, like, okay, we have an Athena, we have a Medusa, we have Poseidon, but if they always have Beads Aegis up, you're not going to do anything in those fights. And especially with the way that Luchadores were tackling team fights, they weren't really fighting too much, not investing too many ultimates.
No.
And if they do the same thing this game, then a Poseidon ult is always going to get Aegis.
Yeah. I think with the team comp, the issue of it being actually consistent amount of DPS for them, I think they should be able to burn beads, but it just also depends how threatening they are, you know? If Athena just keeps trying to pull beads without someone, dealing damage there for her taunts, nothing's really going to happen.
Yeah, I think definitely the case that should happen is Athena stepping up, taunting with a Poseidon, using his Whirlpool, but not necessarily the Kraken. Just that on its own is going to scare people enough to use beads and jump.
Definitely.
And as soon as that is down, then you know that next time it happens, they're dead.
Yeah.
Or at least they should.
And that's the most important one. Yes, at least it should be.
It is all about mental games playing Poseidon. If you use the 3, you never know, does he have the Kraken? Is he going to use the Kraken? Because in most cases, if he uses the Kraken, you don't have time to use beat jump. Unless you're really, really pixel perfect.
and definitely in a taunt. Like a CC chain, where you can't really use your Aegis at all, and you don't have beats for it. That's just a really dangerous situation.
Yeah, it's also a really good thing that Athena, her only CC that she has, first time applying DR into a Poseidon knockup not affected by DR, you're taking the full amount of CC every single fight.
Yes. Do you think maybe a Herc pick would actually be quite good here for them, the Luchadores? Like he would never really lose a solo fight into Mulan and a Mercury.
He wouldn't lose a fight, but at the same time, what's he gonna do against the Jingwei? He's not gonna get a pull on the Jingwei ever.
No, not really ever. But I think he definitely just the Herc's mission there in that team fight would definitely just either try to pull off with Mercury and really annoy him, just not allow him to free autos and really get into the back line, and probably fight the mid laner. Like that's probably definitely the Herc's high.
Yeah, but then they're gonna need a jungler that is on this Jingwei's ass. Because if you're gonna have your solo lane focus the mid lane, then you have to have your jungle go on this Jingwei, because neither the Mercury nor the Jingwei is gonna be allowed to get free casting off, or else people are gonna die instantly. That crit is gonna do big numbers.
But I don't think a lot of people have noticed this. A little tip, by the way. Probably some few people know about this, but like the Mini Alliance Spectrum really destroys an ADC with crit, or even the Mercury. We'll hopefully we'll see maybe that combination, but like I have not seen a lot of people try that, even know about it.
I think it's too big of an investment, because you're shutting down the ADC, but you're kind of not building any other of the stats that you might want, like the cooldown reduction, CC reduction. You're not really getting too many of those stats.
No, definitely not. But
I mean, in this game, it could work, because Jingwei and Mercury both very heavily reliant on crit.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a worthwhile for at least a solo lane. I don't think ever a support should go a Spectral and a Mini Alliance at the same time.
No, I think just the Spectral is most of the time enough.
Yeah, for the support.
Yeah.
But the solo lane definitely would like to probably build that build, honestly. Like, those two items are actually quite good for a solo lane. And definitely, by the way, a Herc, man. I don't know why, but I really want to see a Herc right now. I've not seen him in a while.
That would be nice.
I would be very sad if I don't see him. Well, fuck, I'm really sad right now, man. I see Odin.
It is still a hover.
Yeah.
Never mind, it's a pick. I mean, Odin does work in this comp. They don't really have an escape for it anymore. I don't think that the emoji can go out of the cage.
No. No, she doesn't. It's actually it's a good pick for lockdown, and with a that's really interesting there.
Yeah, I don't know about the all-around. It's probably going to be a Poseidon jungle and an all-around in mid.
Yeah.
But again, why would you go for these easy-to-kill mid laners twice in a row? Because an all-around, sure, he has his ultima, but his ultima has a 2-minute cooldown.
Yeah.
A Mercury, at level 10, he's going to have rage. All he needs to do is blink, get a couple lucky crits, you're dead, no matter if you have an ultima or not.
I think it's really gonna be a huge issue for even Poseidon to actually like survive. If Poseidon gets caught out of position in jungle, he just dies.
This really in my opinion, this is a major misplay from them. They do not have any in-your-face physical damage.
No.
And you kind of want that. You have the ranged magical damage. You have a Poseidon ult that can completely screw up a team fight for them. But as soon as that Poseidon ult is gone, I don't know, he's just a bit of a victim.
I think Olron's still gonna do a lot in the team fight, at least if he can really pull off his ultimate and just continuously just throw out his autos. His autos is really actually deadly with the magical crit, and you can't can't do a lot about it either. I don't think it's worthwhile either. I don't see Medusa. Actually, yeah, I see Medusa actually buying crit. I forgot about that. Crit build is still a thing. Cool thing. For Medusa. But think about this, right? You have a all-around that's really unsafe pick into a Yu Hang. Probably the safest mid lane right now there with Baba Yaga. And a really high amount of burst damage. Like, I just think the Asian Crips wins again with the draft. They just outdrafted again.
Yeah, I mean, what I've have in experience in ranked, and I know this isn't ranked, but
Yeah.
Mercury is just such a strong pick right now.
No,
Because
he
people
definitely.
just don't expect the early crit. And the early crit does a lot. And I know that Ayad, he is a very good jungler. Or he can be very good. I know I've seen a couple good games, couple bad games. But on a Mercury against their team, especially Poseidon, Oleron, Medusa, easy to lock down characters. Medusa having an interruptible dash. He is going to have a field day.
Definitely is.
Also saying the Yamoja pick, I just realized if she hits one Rivers of Rebuke, that is just amazing. That is a one team fight on its own. They don't even need to pop another ultimate. They just need a Mercury with crit, just punching on people between those water walls. They win that fight.
They really are. Like, even they have so much engagement with the Asian Crips comp here. Like, you have Jamoja ult, you have Mercury ult able to stun them. Yeah, even Mulan. Like, if you think about this, right, if you see a Mulan ultimate, you're definitely gonna try to focus her because she's so stationary in that ult and really easy to kill. And it's definitely a thing to think about. Where it's like, okay, we can turn around and kill the Mulan, and then we just kill the rest of the team. But they have a Yu Hang, they have a Jing Wei, they have a Mercury.
Also, by the way, we might be wrong. I think this is going to be an all-around ADC Medusa mid, based on Cabane being the ADC.
True.
So this is actually... I think that might be a bit of a better matchup. It's going to be rough in the early game, definitely with an Olaran versus Jingwei. But Olaran does have a decent clear at level 1 and level 2. So I do think he gains the pressure, but I am suspecting a bit of a cringe gank against this Olaran.
All the time. Just expect him. Mercury's strongest point is really just able to gank any lane after level 5. Because he's just long range ultimate.
And also his level 2 versus Olaran's level 2 and maybe even level 3 is just insanely more impactful. Having a Blink Dash available, instant beats pop. Especially against what? A Yamoja that can push people back, has stuns, slows. Jingwei with a knock-up. There's a lot of potential. And I actually thought about changing the name, so this time you don't have to worry about the names.
I'll remember them now, man.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, let's get everything set up.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and move this down a tiny bit. Alright, there we go. Now we can see everything.
Yep. Nice. Everyone just go into user start as well. I think going Sentinel's gift here for a... That's a Odin. That's a Fina solo and Odin support.
Oh, it's an Odin support. Ooh. I've never seen Matt on an Odin support.
think
do know that Karuza is a very good Athena. I know that much. So I've seen him play Athena in support, and he does a lot of stuff. I'm kind of surprised they just didn't swap roles, because I do know that both of them play solo and support.
I think it's probably for them to actually just apply a different type of. That's really actually so hard though. Because think about this, right? You have a magical ADC or magical jungle now, and magical solo laner. That just allows them around to build, Genjis.
Yeah, your physical
And other
damage
magical protections.
is consistent of a late game ADC.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the idea is good, I think, because a rotation from an Odin cage, I think is kind of worth it. Instead of him being stuck in that solo lane for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and definitely with an Athena ultimate as well. Yeah, she can just rotate to the dual lane if she wants to with her ultimate.
Yeah, exactly. So
Just
I think
really put an
they're going to
impact.
have to play off these rotations. I think Matt has definitely got to play a bit more safe and make better decisions on when and where to rotate this game.
Yeah.
And I think if he does that, they can pull off a lead. But it's going to be tough in the mid game because, again, they don't really have any physical damage in these fights. Because the ADC is just going to be stuck. Yeah, the pressure in the dual lane going towards the Oleron and Odin. Kind of expected, being a warrior. Oleron having a very good clear compared to the Jingwei.
Yeah, definitely. His level 2 is just really strong. Just his passive with his 2 and with his 1 is just a lot better than Jingwei's.
So right here, I think they're making a tiny bit of a mistake by applying a bit too much pressure onto the gods and not instantly going for the farm. They're kind of lucky they're playing against the Jingwei, because a god with an ability that does hit the full wave just would clear that wave instantly, and they would lose a way more pressure onto this next wave. But now they kind of just get away with it for free. Matt definitely has to realize that if he continues jumping in like that, he is going to get punished for it sometimes. I'm hoping for him that
definitely not now, though.
3 doesn't do it.
No, definitely not level 3. I think jumping in is probably going to be a detriment in mid lane, so we should be fine in dual lane. So far, at least for the Odin. Matt team. And enough is really going to happen here with mid either. I think everyone is just going to look for whenever they get the ultimate and maybe make a gank. We'll see if Mercury actually tries to look for the all-around here, if they're actually able to get that farm ahead. But maybe a Jamoja kill here. Or just at least poking.
Yeah, with the Yamoj, I don't think there's really any potential for kills. I think one of the safer supports, together with one of the safer ADCs.
Yeah. But they're playing a little bit far too up though. And they're not really winning in poke either.
They're looking
Like,
for
look
an
at that
invade,
poke.
but I mean, from experience playing with Matt, we'd like to do that if we get this far ahead. But it is always a risk because we never know if the jungler is on the red or on the speed. They're lucky on this time that they are on the speed. But if they were on this red buff, they would have...
Yeah, hopefully that was really a call. But it's really... Asian Crips is really just... really making a misplay here, just going for the purple. They should just stayed. Or one of them back, but they're looking for a Mercury gank. And Mercury missing his free. And they're just backing off. That was a really close call for the Luchadores getting a first blood there, and even maybe a double kill. And but they weren't able to get it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that if the Crips were to just give up their purple buff instead of trying to contest it and take a lot of poke damage, then the Mercury could have rotated in without the Luchadores actually knowing. Maybe take a fight into the jungle instead of into the lane, and they could have gotten the kill off of that.
Definitely would be the case.
I think the longer the Luchadors stall getting killed, basically, and getting someone on their team ahead, the better this game is going to be.
Definitely. I think... I just want the Medusa to do something. The Athena is almost dead here. Mercury is level 5, But he still has his tier 1 katana, and he's definitely probably just looking for farming for his golem blade right away. Because it always just feels bad as a jungler to back right now without the golem blade. You just go back, get your tier 2 katana, it just feels really, really bad.
Feels really bad.
20 power, 5% movement speed is just nothing really.
Yeah, I think the only thing you can do at that point is just back, get the tier 2, and then just ult down mid and hope you get a kill.
Yeah. Just work with your mid laner.
You have the Mercury sitting on this right lane buff, waiting. He's kind of barely missed that timer, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's just
Maybe a
something you
missed
have
call
to
there
take
from the
a
solo
point for Athena having very terrible clear onto buff camps.
Yeah. But also interesting to see Athena going Vamp Shroud now. Definitely probably one of the worst starters to get for her. Would like to maybe see a Bombas or a
Almost hammer, all the way.
yeah, Bomb Slam all the way, or actually Contra Gem.
Contra is decent for the clear, but I don't know for the late game. I think
Yeah,
the late game
is a
the
little bit more
bonus
questionable.
cooldown is just so good.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially since you're in the solo lane, you're guaranteed to have a decent amount of farm. You have the rotation potential. So you should be hitting level 20 to get that 20% cooldown reduction. Those empowered auto attacks.
And the heal as well. And the
yeah,
cooldown
the
reduction.
heal is really nice. Again, right now, nothing really happening. We're playing it a bit safe on all sides. Slight lead towards the Asian Crips, about 500 gold, just off of pure farm.
Do you think both teams are kind of just really trying to think who can do what at what point? Because in the way they're playing right now, Asian Crips definitely could get the early kills right now with the Mercury ultimate, Jamoja ult, and so on. But they just don't really know how they should engage into the team because
That is
like
definitely
Luchadores
the
is really
issue.
picky.
Yeah, definitely the
Yeah.
issue is that on the Luchador side, they have the cage, which is really good, which is what I think.
Yep.
Actually, there's an engagement in the right lane. Mercurial being used and getting first blood onto the solo lane.
Yeah. That's just really unfortunate pick, but really good first blood for the Asian Crips. They're able to just not really do a lot actually. We'll see. Maybe a gank him in. Yuhang is playing a little bit unsafe here, but he is actually free to get his out of the ultimate. The Odin ultimate is done. Yuhang ultimate's actually just going out. A really bad Jamoja ult here, but a really good Pina ultimate down as well. Jamoja's probably gonna. I'm getting so confused about these games, man. Like,
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. Basically, Athena dashed onto the Umoja, but the Umoja did have a portal available to teleport her away to safety, getting her away from that Athena taunt range. So yeah, as I was saying, the engagements in this team is kind of difficult to do. From the Asian Crips, it is a bit easier since they do have that Mercury ult for that surprise engagement. But on the side of the Luchadores, it is an Odin ult, which at this point he has to engage the Odin ult by jumping in or walking in. And of course, they're not just going to let him walk up and use his ultimate.
oh, definitely not.
So him not getting Blink right here. Also, he's opting to upgrade his shell to Greater Magic Shell instead of the Phantom Shell. Which I think is a big mistake. You have a Poseidon, a Medusa, and an Oleron against a Umoja. You want the Phantom Shell to get them out of the walls.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the engagements are a bit tough to do. He has to jump in, and the targets he has to jump in on are basically Jingwei and a Yu Huang, who both have escapes.
Yeah, and very good one at that.
Yeah, exactly. The only person that he can really engage on is the Mercury, but the Mercury can be basically anywhere on the map, so it's kind of tough to do that.
I really think they should just be able to pick up Jamoja here. With a good good Odin ult, a good Poseidon ult. And probably just Oleron as well. Like, I think it's, for them, it's worthwhile to actually fully engage on the Jamoja than just get out. Like, that would definitely just be worth for them. But yeah, Mercury ultimate in. Medusa actually just beats, but she still get caught by the Mercury. Mercury here, he's looking for a kill. Yuhan gets the last hit here. And Odin is still trying to fight, but it actually gets down the line. That was just really good play by them. The ultimate off a little bit on Odin there, not really hitting the target. Mercury able to dash onto Medusa with the right timing on beats.
Yeah, that was a
And just
very
killing
close
herself.
timing on that beat, but it just ran out from using it from the ultimate.
Yeah.
Matt trying to push his luck a bit with clearing this wave. Almost dying for it.
The fire giant has arrived.
Jamoja maybe looking to do something here in dual lane, but I think it's just gonna go really nowhere here. Jingwei just able to do, you know, make it for himself, just farming. Jamoja still rotating here to mid. Poseidon is a little bit out of position right now. Jamoja ultimate is up right now, so they definitely could go for a kill, but they don't. They actually just go back off right now, and Poseidon just goes for the red.
I challenge you.
Waco Mundo getting knocked up, not dashing away, maybe not having that on cooldown, but I think he's just gonna be able to walk away scot-free.
And a blessing.
Definitely, and also that's a Jingwei passive. He's just able to get back to lane so quickly. It just doesn't really matter when it comes to getting pressured as a Jingwei. Also, a kill on Mulan here in solo lane. That's just really good.
Oh, that is just so unfortunate. The Kraken is just not able to finish off the Yu Huang in mid.
It's just really unfortunate event.
Yeah, let me see. He
At
survived
the very
on,
least,
like, yeah, he survived on like 30 health. That is just a painful thing to see.
yeah. But think about the good sides. He got his beats.
He did
Gotta be
get his
happy about the
beats.
small things.
It is a Kraken for a relic. That is worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
The only problem is he
Beats
has
down
to
from
be
Medusa.
kind of safe now because if that Mercury comes on him, he has no blink, or he has a blink instead of the beads.
And he just dies. And he doesn't have Kraken right now either to protect himself, so
And we're looking at an engagement in this left side.
in the duel and the Traper here is pushing up.
A 4-man rotation. I am expecting this Athena to ult over as soon as possible, as soon as they see the split line coming.
Yeah, Jamoja ultimate is down, she's throwing down the abilities. The ultimate was a little bit poorly placed there to get not able to lock anyone in. Medusa just dashed out, Odin ultimate is going down.
Bit of miscommunication on the side and not really wanting to go in, because he's in a bit of an awkward position.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see here, Jamoja really going in here, Odin. Yeah, really good ultimate. Mercury ultimate down as well. They should be able to get a few more kills here. But Jingwei just tanking the tower, just not really getting anything out of it.
They are really far out of position. Let's see. Does Yuhang get the back off? He does get the
Yeah,
back off indeed. Let's
he
see if
gets.
the Mercury gets punished. He does. The Poseidon using
Yeah.
his Kraken to finish him off. And that, in general, an engagement well worth to the Luchadores in this case.
Yeah, that was just overall good, but the Luchadores is just defense and not losing a lot from that fight. Just losing one person and that just being Athena again, it's really just not a big issue.
I think right now the biggest issue in this game is gonna be this, again, this mid diff. Right now, 3 levels difference between these mid
Challenge
laners.
you.
Yeah, just Yuhang just able to just do a lot of damage right now. He has already 2 items in his just pocket right now. It's just gonna
Yeah, and if we're
pull
looking
down
at
reduction.
Yu Huang being second and the Medusa being last behind their support.
Mulan ultimate out, and she's probably gonna definitely get out of here, but the Athena ultimate is down. They just pull her back instead. The stun is missed from Jamoja, and they are definitely just probably just backing off here. Just looking for maybe a Pyro or a Scorpion. They're looking for any objectives right now. They're trying to look for kills instead. They're going into the back camps.
they might
Just
be
not
looking
really
for this
finding
Phoenix.
anything. Yeah, they definitely are looking for the Athena right now.
Again,
And Athena dash ultimate down.
not
Athena
really
dashes
a
down.
kill, I think, is worth it. In my opinion.
No, and definitely not a kill that I would want to try to go for again. I just want to, like, they have the pressure, they should be able to. They don't really have a confirm though. For an objective that definitely could kill a Pyromancer really easy right now. They have a level 14 U High, level 30 Mercury with Rage and Golden Blade.
And
That's
they are
just an
looking
easy
for it right
Pyromancer.
now. Mercury does need to go on to this Pyromancer. I think they are pretty comfortable with doing this as Poseidon is not on his way to do it. I don't
No,
think Poseidon
but
will be
Odin
there
is
in
coming
time to
over.
use his Kraken. Maybe he will. He will, but he did not steal it.
Yeah, no, it did not. But a lot of damage.
A lot of damage
Jimoji-
though, and
Jimoji
Emoji
dead
Cage.
now. But you Hang just returning the damage right now. They're looking for a Poseidon pick here, right? Medusa.
Oh, the Poseidon died.
Medusa
and
had beats up
died.
now. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think using beats right there was going to be the right call anyway, since she's already used her dash, and you're playing against the Mercury with the crate online, so...
It's just really hard to play against. And she just started her Transcendence Axe as well. I don't think like the power is there yet. The really
Come on,
interesting
Matt.
play by Matt, just
Come on, man.
Heavily
I taught
showing
you
that.
better than to lazy back.
oof, the autos, man. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is gonna be like the downside of the all-around. The all-around is 2 levels ahead of the Jingwei, so he's doing a good job, but it's gonna be tough winning this fight.
Yeah, it
You're
really
fighting
is.
against 2 crit characters and a solo laner that is ahead. This is honestly not looking too good. I don't think it's past the breaking point just yet, but it is going to be a tough comeback fight.
If I would see a if another win for the Asian Crips in a team fight, that's definitely just a game for them. They just win.
I think if they take a fight where they take a Fire Giant off of it, it is 100% going to be game.
Yeah.
100% since the only physical damage on your team is 4 levels behind the enemy mid laner. You're not looking good right now.
You know, even Poseidon right now just getting killed out of position right now. We have the Medusa ultimate down. But here Athena just trying to taunt, trying to get them something out of it at the very least. Mercury is still not dead. And he just gets out of it. He just survives. As it's really unfortunate. The Medusa really got scared there by trying to pull up, so show face. Instead, she just backed. If Medusa just backed there, they maybe get a kill. But right now they just or Mulan actually just getting the pick there and just killing the Medusa. That's just a really
And that's gonna be
really
mid
just good for
tower.
the Crips. Yeah, it's just mid tower as well. And another just unsafe pick in mid lane, where if the mid tower is dead, the tier 1, you just die. And you just lose everything.
So Matt is gonna get away with his life right there, barely.
You want to talk about this build set for Poseidon? Poseidon went Doom Orb, just a very casual item. You always kind of just go on to the Poseidon here. It's just a good item. Give you movement speed, give you good amount of power. Quite expensive for an item, but just really good.
Yeah,
But
I'm
then,
saying the second item, it's not what you want.
yeah, Staff for Mid. Staff for Mid.
You want some flat pen, honestly. Get flat pen, maybe if you really want cooldown, get cooldown, but like...
Yeah.
Mirrodin is like maybe a 4th or 5th item on certain gods. Not a second item on a Poseidon.
No, definitely not.
Realistically, you already have used your 3. It's gonna be a kill on Karuza, and the Razor Rebuke are used.
Yeah.
And this is just gonna be a rundown on the right lane. Probably gonna be pushing this Phoenix. Honestly, I don't think they need to go for the mid tower.
No, they definitely don't need to. They're just gonna run down solo lane. I don't know whether they actually really want to go for a... Actually, wait a second here. Poseidon ultimate is down. Jingwei ultimate is down as well. They are pushing out. And this whole lane and the support is actually getting poked out right now, but they had the Jamoja heals and just gonna allow them to sustain up again. Look at that, they're just grouping up. Full health again almost. They're
Full
able
health.
to fight again.
No anti-heal to be seen.
No. Really good Merc ultimate there. All around ultimate down but beats down as well. Yu Hang ult. Bruiser is just getting a kill on Athena. That's a really good pick for them.
Oh, Medusa, please turn around one attack.
No.
Again, it's just the pure lack of commitment on this Medusa right now.
Shut down.
Like, at that point, you were going to die. 100% of the time. You might as well just try and take someone down with.
I challenge you.
Yep. But now Athena is like the only one to just live here, but she's still gonna get killed here, and they have a D side. And they get a free Phoenix.
But they have 3 people at decently low HP. They're still going to be able to get that tower. They're going to be able to take all their camps. But it did slow down a massive push. So I think that Luchadores actually did kind of decent in that fight. I think mostly because of Manga just taking a lot of damage through the tower. Don't know if you've seen, but he took about half his HP to the tower, leaving it at about
He
like
did.
1 HP. Karuza just finished him off in the back line. And I don't know, I think right now Karuza is kind of in a bad spot in these team fights because he is basically the only reason, or the only thing that's going to be able to stop this Merc for completely annihilating his own backline.
The enemy has
Like,
fully
a Poseidon
powered up.
isn't going to follow you
team
into
has
their
fully
backline. He
powered
might
the
drop a
owl.
Kraken from a range, but that's about it. So right now, you want to be in this grouped up together team fight, especially since they don't really have that many big circle ultimates. So you kind of benefit
No.
off of it. You want to
Yep.
be able to peel for your carries, especially this Oleran, who, to this point, only 1 level behind with the enormous lead that the Crips have. You really want
Just
to
wait a second here. Yeah, Jamoja and Jingwei ultimate down for a Athena and Odin ultimate down. And Poseidon just getting picked out of nowhere.
Poseidon got picked. I believe, yeah, the Mercury ult did get used.
Yeah, but Mulan ultimate is still up. So they still have a Yu Hang and Mulan ultimate here. I think I
But
just said
again,
Milan.
the Oleran ult is still up, so they do have that for this Phoenix
Yeah.
defense.
But the thing is, it's just not gonna really matter right now. The Poseidon's still gonna be dead. But he's just fighting so good.
The back, the Umoja being pushed off really low. Oleran ult being forced out by the Mulan. It's a
Yes,
very awkward position right now.
very awkward. He's just dead here from the Yu Hang ultimate.
That's very good zoning ultimate from that. Ooh, and that is a 4-man taunt into the Medusa ult. Really big ultimate from Vinny right there. That
That's just a classic Athena Medusa.
that just completely
combo.
it disbanded their engagement, but Vinny died sadly into the back. They're still focusing this Mulan instead of the Mercury, who has taken the right Phoenix in the meantime.
And he comes over with full HP right here. Poseidon just dead again.
Again, right now, you need Karuza to be supporting your teammates because this Odin is not able to support. This Odin needs to be playing like the solo laner, and the Athena needs to be playing like the support in these fights.
She definitely is. And now she just got picked off, and they have even a duo Phoenix for free. I don't think they should be afraid here to back. I think all of them three should be there and just take it for free.
Yeah, I think, Matt should
Go fast.
not be jumping in here. He just basically gave
No.
himself a 40-second cooldown. I believe he did stop the push a tiny bit. They might not be able to get anything from it now.
No. But Mulan here is just getting picked here. But Mulan is...
Phoenix being taken slowly but surely. That is a dead Oleran, and that is going to be a dead left Phoenix probably.
Your Titan is under attack.
It's definitely dead.
I don't know why they didn't rotate towards it immediately. Both Medusa and the Poseidon were alive. They probably could have killed that Mercury.
I feel like it's just really just unfortunate accident where the Soul Lane just pushes too far up. The Odin is just not really playing
Under attack.
by the book as an Odin support. They're just too afraid of making this sort of plays where they really just need to do and need to win.
I mean, right
As a
now, I
team.
also do think that the build is kind of an issue for the Odin. You don't want to build a glass shield on the Odin support in my
No.
experience. Like, if you're against their team, like, go, I don't know, go a Sov or something to help your team out. You're gonna be staying with your team anyway, might as well give them a tiny bit of protections. Or go Witchblade, second item. The Witchblade is kind of a good item right here against that Mercury. He's gonna be in your face a lot.
Yeah, definitely against the Jingwei as well. The build that they go right now for the ADCs, most of them don't really have, you know, max attack speed and so on. So Witchblade really just gonna deny their amount of DPS they can really output in a team fight.
Yeah, definitely. It's less useful against hunters like an Artemis or something with a stim, but again,
Yeah.
at the same time, it also slows their movement speed a tiny bit. So it does make them a bit more vulnerable, just a tiny bits.
But you also check the relics here for Jamoja. Jamoja hasn't gone a shell at all, a phantom shell, but Odin has. And just immense amount for them to like really not caring. Like they don't care about the Odin ult. They're fine with it.
Exactly. All else doesn't matter. They can't kill him in it.
I hear a lot of ultimates just getting used here and they're just really going for the Titan end here. And they're even gonna get it. It's gonna be a 2-0 for the Asian Crips.
It is looking like
And even an Immortal. And even an Immortal for the Mercury. You know, casually just farming play damage as well before ending the Titan. And just if we look at the play damage charts as well.
32.5k for the Mulan, 22 for the Mercury, and then the closest is the all around with 20k.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 3 people below 10k damage. I mean, I do want to say this game, the Olaran did really well against the Jingwei.
Yeah.
I do want to say that. He was ahead 2 levels while his team was behind. But again, it is just an Olaran. And if you are against the Mercury that's ahead, simply you can't do anything. And that's just what I said in the beginning of this game. If you play against a Mercury that knows what he's doing, and you don't know how to counter that Mercury, then you are going to lose.
Yeah, definitely.
Mercury provides
I think it's just
so much pressure. It is actually insane. And people don't respect that god for what he actually is.
I think it's also just more with Chris with Mercury. You of course you mentioned the ultimate, but the ultimate is just really just play well with his kit,
Oh,
like
yes.
able to ult down a full lane and just stun multiple people. The maximum people you can stun is just 5 people. Of
And
course
then
it's
being
rare
able
to see,
do
but like
1,000 damage in about half a second. Like,
yeah,
it is a very squishy character, obviously. He's very easy to lock down with CC, and I think with more coordination from Karuza with his backline, that it would have been easier to deal with him. But sadly, Karuza just went up into that front line all the time, way too much, kind of focusing one target, but he didn't focus the target that he needed to, which was the Mercury or the Yu Huang. I think he mostly went on that Jing Wei, which, again, it's a good thing to focus the ADC away, but the ADC in this game clearly was not the problem.
no, it was not. It was still again a supportive. I think Asian Crypt support really just does an amazing job. Of course, the Jamoja ultimate could definitely be placed better, but like the play versus an Odin support where the using an Odin ult is not getting you anything. That's really big issue, and also just not making them, use one of the relic slots for an Odin ult.
I did not
It's also an
see
issue.
enough Odin ults into Poseidon ultimates. Or
No.
I basically didn't see any Athena taunts into Poseidon ultimates. We saw one good combo from Karuza and Vinny with the 4-man taunt and stun. That was a really good combo, but it's just sad that they pulled it off when they were 15k behind. Like, especially with an Athena, you have the ability to just teleport across the map. Why not try and get a rotation in with the Odin in, let's say, the dual lane with the Jing Wei? Get a first engagement to bait out the ultimate, get a second engagement to bait the life. They're all things that they could have done, but I don't think that... I don't think they were comfortable with the picks at this point, especially Matt on the Odin.
Definitely not. I think the biggest issues right now that the Luchadores for the Camazotz division need to work on is just team synergy. It just feels like all of them just want to do different things in a team fight and how they play the map. Either they need to have a good shot caller, just one being a shot caller, just calling everything, or they just someone just need to work out what they need to do. Like I feel like they just all of them just calling different things and just miscommunication.
Yeah, I think they need to work on team rotations, I think. Because what I
Yeah,
saw
definitely.
most of the time was Matt was rotating alone towards a lane, trying to get a gank off,
Yeah,
and then Mugello was trying to gank another lane. And what they need to do instead is they need to just plan out less rotations in total, but more coordinated.
yeah, and
It's
more
way
impactful.
better to have one 3-man rotation into the dual lane and getting a kill or two there than to have 5 single rotations to basically just split a wave and then walk away.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of just it for me. I don't have anything much else to say from the set. It's just interesting to watch, just seeing Asian Crips really just dominate the 2 games.
Exactly, and I do
Uh,
think that the Asian Crips would have been amongst the top teams if not for their forfeits.
yeah,
I know that
definitely.
since the beginning they have a really strong team. They have their downsides that they can be punished for, but they have definitely got way better team synergy, I think, than a lot of teams.
No, they definitely do. They work well together. The biggest thing you just need to work on is just get better at playing, better at playing Smite. That's the easy thing to say, but it's just a lot of things
I mean,
going into
it
it,
is
right?
just the way it is, right? Like, if you want to get better,
Yeah,
just get better.
just work hard for that. But they are definitely on a good way to really show like what they're going for. And if they can keep going with the schedule and actually playing their sets, they definitely going to be a top team. And they are already, but it's just they had a forfeit already, so that kind of just puts them on a 1-1
Yeah.
situation right now in the league.
Yeah, and
But
then
hopefully we'll
for the
see them.
Luchadores, it's just the exact same thing. Just keep playing together, keep getting team
Yeah,
synergy up. I know they like to play this early game a bit. I think they play the early game a bit weird because both times they have had pressure in
yeah,
basically all lanes, sometimes not in mid, maybe, but they didn't do anything with it. They never got a gank in that dual lane. That dual lane, the Luchadors were sitting at their tower line.
yeah,
And not a single time did I see the jungler coming over to try and invade a purple buff or try and invade a red buff together with a support, maybe. They were never trying to do anything with the pressure, and then slowly but surely, the Crips got that pressure back and they started pushing off of that pressure instead because they were allowed to. Because the dual lane got
yeah,
pressure, the jungler basically said, okay, I'm just going to pressure another lane. And that other
yeah,
lane couldn't deal with the pressure. So these are just the small things that they kind of need to change, adapt, and I think they need to just stick to the basics in terms of picks and comps
yeah,
until their team synergy is good, and then they can start experimenting with these kind of picks like an Odin support.
yeah. That's definitely a good idea for them to do.
Also, I did say earlier in the stream that he didn't get a Phantom Shell. Apparently, the item thing is bugged, so he did get a Phantom Shell. I just saw.
Yeah. I think about that, like Chimoji just had a shell and a horrific emblem, while the Odin needed to use get a phantom shell. Of course, he still has the shell. Thank Lord that they changed the relics.
Yeah.
From into season 9, because otherwise it'd just not be fun then in later
Yeah,
or
true.
earlier season.
Yeah, I mean, it does say quite a lot that Yomochi just didn't bother getting the shell upgrade.
No.
Like, it just means that he needs to be better at placing the Odin ultimates.
Yeah, and just allowing pressure. I think the team had a good amount of burst damage, but like I just didn't feel like
They did anything with
it
it.
was. Yeah, they didn't really do anything. It was just plain. It's like, here's the best analogy for it, right? You think about like hot food, right? Hot spicy food, and you just okay, I'm just gonna eat this hot spicy food here, and you just eat it and just nothing. It's like where's the spiciness from it?
Yeah, like you expect it, but it just doesn't hit.
Yeah, now it just hits.
Alrighty, I think that is going to be it for this cast. Again,
Yeah,
Offshard,
definitely.
thank you for joining me in this very last minute arrangement.
Yeah, thank you for having me and allow me to just talk about BS in Smite, man. Honestly, it was quite fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely no problem. You're always welcome to join the
Yeah.
other cast if you want to.
Yeah. Would love to join again sometime.
Okay, so that is going to be it from us, guys. Thank you all for watching. Remember to follow the stream
Thank you.
if you're not already. And we will all see you probably tomorrow or maybe the day after for the Classy Capybara set that was also played today. And yeah,
Yes.
bye-bye.
Bye bye.